OCD Mikey Hi-Fi guy here, along with Char Tallen of Minnesota. She's my Minnesota homeboy, I guess, homegirl, as I grew up there. And I met Shar at Axpona 2022 outside of the Magnapan room. And she was telling me she is an audio enthusiast and she is putting together an enthusiast group for ladies called Ladies Listen To. And I thought it was so interesting, and I was so behind the whole thing. I'm like, look, let's do a video here and talk to people and let you tell us what you're doing. So go ahead.
Well, thanks so very much for having me.
Sure.
Yeah, you know, I got introduced to home audio back in the 80s. I worked for Best Buy. I was actually employee number 722.
Wow.
So Best Buy was a very small fledgling company, and I was one of the few women that worked in the store, and that's kind of how I got introduced to hi-fi. Although I was always a music enthusiast. Bought my first stereo when I was like with babysitting money. I think I was 14 years old.
Nice.
Started buying record albums and whatnot, and just have always been interested in hi-fi and stereos, and just happened to notice that even now I work for Magnapan. Cool. And of all of my customers that I work for, very rarely do I come upon ladies. And sure. You know, and I just kind of realized, you know, we listen to music. What's up? You know, why? Yeah. You know, why are we not involved in this? Or, you know, or why, when we walk into a stereo store, do people wonder, you know, what are we doing in there? Or, you know,
right. Are you looking for your husband?
Yeah, you're shopping for your husband, or somebody going to meet you in here and whatever. And I realized, you know, sometimes to get people involved, you need to get others of your peers, or get, in my case, other women, to kind of, you know, join up together, so you don't feel so uncomfortable, you know.
Yeah, that's great.
When you walk into, say, a two-chan store. Well, if women even know what a two-chan store is.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I just went to Axpona, brought my daughter along because I thought,
we met her.
Yep, I thought, hey,
the DJ.
You know, yeah, my daughter was a DJ in college for 4 years, and it was really fun to go to you know, a hi-fi convention with a young woman. First thing she said was, gosh, Mom, there's not a lot of people my age here.
Right.
You know? And not only were there not a lot of people her age there were for sure not a lot of girls her age there. You know, she's in her young 20s. And I just thought, you know, this is such an opportunity for women, and for particularly for young women. You know, coming out of college would be great. Get a job working for, you know, who knows, you know, but working for like be it a Magnapan or Hagel or Shar, or you know, whatever, or you know,
she'd get a lot of attention as a salesperson at a show, that's for sure.
Well, and also too, you know, it's one of those things where if a woman walks in, you know, you might feel more comfortable. And not to sound super sexist, that's not where I'm going for at all.
No, I didn't take it that way.
If you don't know what you don't know, you wouldn't even know to ask questions, or you know, even know that something exists. So wouldn't it be nice if you walked in and somebody walks up that looks like you, sounds like you, whatever, but at least to say, hey, you know, what are you doing here today? You know, and take them by the hand, show them around. You know, young people, you know, seeing another young person, you feel a little more comfortable than, you know.
For sure.
You know, it's just nice to see somebody that you know, you would feel comfortable with.
So what do you see as like your activities as this group develops? Will you like kind of demystify hi-fi? Maybe they don't even need that. What do you plan as like activities or things how do you foresee this all happening?
Well, I would love to collaborate with others. The idea of like having a ladies' night at a stereo store, or
There
at
you
a
go.
two-chan store. Where they always have silly little things like, purse nights and, whatever, or makeup facial nights or whatever, or painting nights. Well, kind of in reverse, invite, a bunch of gals to go to the stereo store and just show them some, streaming devices, integrated amps, pair of speakers, and then show them like, this is how you can hook this up. So, people can make, women or young people or whatever, anybody who doesn't get it, can realize that there's more than just a sound bar or a Alexa Bean, and so to know that, oh, you mean I could just sit down and, scroll on my phone and pick out a song and it'll play, on these great speakers. Wow, I had no idea. And if you've never heard great speakers, all of a sudden it's like, wow, I didn't know this.
What's this?
Wow, my dad had a stereo when I was a kid, but I just never thought about getting one myself, but doing things like that, again, really the big thing would be is I would love to collaborate with different vendors and kind of do like you're doing, have people send me product. I can, literally video myself hooking up said product to my speakers and hooking up a turntable, and all of a sudden, show them, look, you can do this. I can do this, and I'm not super duper smart or super duper techie, but I can do this, and kind of collaborate with different vendors,
Sure. That's great. Yeah. And so how do you think you'll find these other women that are audiophiles?
Well, I do have a little, I'm on Instagram. Ladies listen to, so, please reach out to me. I'd love to.
And real quick, is it LadiesListentoo?
Yep.
Okay,
just
great.
Like it sounds, ladies listen to.
Okay.
Like other women for sure, or guys that are interested in helping out women, not for dates,
right?
but again, it's one of those things that, again, even me in my work, when I call to meet with a customer or help them with their sale, it's not at all out of the ordinary for somebody to say, wait a minute, you're a lady.
Right.
Like, yeah, I am, but I know a little bit about this stuff, and I'm here to help you out. I'm sure there are other women out there that are saying, yeah, or guys saying, yes, I wish somebody would talk to my wife about this, or talk to my girlfriend about this, or I know my daughter is interested in music, and she's thinking about a job someday when she graduates from college, or graduates from trade school or whatever, and show them that there's a whole nother world out there, and so hey, if people can reach out to me that way, that would be great.
And are you planning a website as well, or?
Yep, I am. I'm working on a website. I'm hoping to get that launched. My daughter is actually helping me with these things.
Awesome.
And so that's really helpful. And yeah, I am hoping to get a website up and running, so I can link videos, and not just my videos. Anybody who wants to jump in and collaborate with me, I can link their stuff too, because I know mostly about speakers, amps, preamps, turntables, cassette decks, CD players, things like that, but I don't know a whole lot when it comes to cans and
right. Yeah, me neither.
like that. And so anybody who can help out with that kind of stuff, that would be great. Teach me, and I will pass the business on off to you. And I figure the more we can get other women involved, the more we can kind of like spider web it out.
For sure. Yeah, I think it would be a welcome accompaniment, or whatever you want to call it, or entry, whatever it is, because it feels like something's missing when you go to the show and there's such a lack of women. It feels like something's missing there, you know? So it feels more natural to have women there, you know, along.
And not have it just be, you know, the wife is having to get dragged along, you know, but have it be, you know, that it's interesting for her, you know, and you know, and the same thing for young adults, you know, advertise to get them out there.
Absolutely.
You know?
And the hobby too, and demystifying it a lot, like you said. I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to hook up a stereo system, but a lot of times people are very intimidated by it. And it's a very simple thing, really. You know, once you get the basic principles down, 2 channels, positive, negative, you know.
Left, right,
red,
right, yellow.
Exactly.
You know, but if you've never seen it before, you know, you turn around, say an old, you know, stereo receiver,
AV receiver,
you turn it around and you go, oh, what's all that stuff?
You know?
And then you just start thinking, if I plug something into the wrong hole, you know,
will it blow up?
Set the thing on fire, or you know, whatever. You know, so find a way to make it a little more user friendly, you know.
Yeah, so what you're talking about really is evolving the industry, and I think that's a great direction. I stand for that big time with the Hi-Fi Tribe and everything, is just to kind of make that contact, because there's a lot of people that quite honestly are put off by the industry and the same old sales techniques and all that kind of stuff, you know. They just don't, they look at it and they're kind of interested, but after they go on forums for a little bit or something like that and they're like, I'm out of here, forget it.
Well, and also too, everybody thinks it has to be this gigantic thing, you know, these 2 gigantic speakers, and these big chunks of equipment that they're like, well, I don't know, I just want to listen to some music. You know, it's shown that there are some, you know, really small little, you know, integrated amps with a built-in streamer, and you know, and a couple little speakers. You know, there's some little, you know, small
great speakers,
bookshelf size. You know, or there's some, you know, not so big, but, you know, I think about like my Magnum Pan LRS, not super big, but, you know, you can, it doesn't have to be big, but at the same token, if people get interested, then all of a sudden they're like, wow, you know, my dad's got a bunch of old records. And then you're thinking, you know, a turntable might be kind of fun. And then all of a sudden, you know, you've got another interest in another hobby, and you know, and you meet other people, and you know,
more people to share music with, which is what it really boils down to, you know what I mean? I mean, it's about the music first.
Totally.
So
and I know there's, you know, a lot of purists out there that, you know, not big into streaming and whatever, but I always say, you know, streaming is a really kind of great equalizer generationally. You know, like during COVID, when my daughter had to come home from college, you know, we would sit on the sofa some days and she'd pick out a couple tunes and we'd listen. And then I'd pick out a couple tunes and she'd go, that's cool. And she'd be writing it down. I'm going to play this on my show, you know, and stuff like that. And it's so easy to kind of move around in genres and be like, hey, let's listen to some jazz. Hey, let's listen to some funk. And, you know, or wow, what was that album that mom and dad had way back in the day?
And it's right there. Right. And it's cool too. I do a thing where I'll sit with somebody else and we will add songs into the queue, but nobody knows what songs we're putting in until they play. So then it's like a surprise, you know, and then, you know, it's a lot of fun that way. Everybody gets to put in on what's playing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, which is a lot of fun. Okay, so now let's get a little personal. Let's see. Tell us. Okay, so if your music tastes, if you had to be stranded on a desert island and you needed one, and you had to have one album that's all you could listen to, which one would it be?
Okay, I really, really had, you know, this is the tough one for anybody who loves music. But I thought, okay, if I'm stranded on a desert island, I'm going to need something that's kind of upbeat and fun that I can listen to every day. And I decided I would have to bring along the B-52's Wild Planet.
Nice. Oh, awesome.
Because, you know, you're living in your own private Idaho.
Oh, for real. For sure.
And you're going to dance and mess around.
Well, so you like to dance then, I take it.
Well, I was a product of the 80s. I mean, I was born in the 60s, but yeah, I was hanging out at First Ave. And, yeah, back in the day. And yeah,
I love B-52s too. Yeah.
I love any music with like a good driving beat,
Oh, for sure.
love ska, love
Oh yeah.
certainly love 80s music is tons of fun.
Yep.
But at the same token, I kind of like Gang of Four and
Cool.
a little raunchier stuff.
Sure.
But then I also like country and western.
It's funny. I listened to country the other day and I felt like, you know what? I've been fed a lie my whole life because I've blown it off all the time. Because whenever you ask people, a lot of times you ask people, what stuff, what music don't you like rather than what do you like? And well, no country or no rap, right? Those are like the two most common ones. So I always just said, oh, no country, because I don't get it, but I'd only heard maybe something on the radio. But the other day I heard something, my brother played it for him and I was like, dang, this is really good. I really like it. And it's inherently American,
Well, and it's stories.
Totally.
Stories. And the same goes for rap. If you take the time to listen, they are telling a story.
Yep.
That is a story. And
absolutely.
And so, this is where, expand your mind. You can always appreciate music far better if you take the time to listen. This is where albums were great because you had, your liners. You could read all the lyrics.
Yes.
You could still do that now. You just have to look them up.
Yeah. Yep. For sure. Okay. First concert you ever went to?
Okay.
Oh, wait. I forgot to say my Desert Island album.
Oh, yeah.
That I could listen to over and over and over and over again and not get sick of. Beatles' White Album would be mine.
Of course. Well,
just because I wouldn't get sick of it. No, I could listen to it over and over again.
No, you wouldn't. And that is a great choice. That is a very popular album in this house.
Yep, for sure. Okay, so first concert.
First concert I went to, and I went with my mom and Mrs. Davenport and my friend Colleen. Okay. And we went to see Jose Feliciano and Helen Reddy at the Minnesota State Fair.
Oh, wow. How about that? So you had a day at the fair and then you went and saw it in the evening?
Yeah. And,
awesome.
And I have to say, I only knew Helen Reddy's song, I Am Woman. And I guess it stuck with me, but it was a great concert. The Minnesota State Fair is always a great place to see concerts. Oh, yeah.
Get some deep fried cheese curds.
And every year we try and go see somebody. Yeah. Every year we try and go see somebody there.
For sure.
Great concerts.
So which was your first one alone as an adult, a young adult, whatever?
Well, let's see. First concert that I went to alone. Well, one of the first ones that I went to that was really an awesome concert was the Rolling Stones and the Police and the Go-Go's.
Killer.
And I want to say Pablo Cruz was somehow
wow, like what a lineup.
And this was at the Met Center and it was outside and it was like general admission.
Oh, epic. Yeah.
Just
you're dancing the whole time.
Mosh pit of people.
For real.
And it was a great show. It was
Those are all upbeat performers,
Oh, yeah.
Everybody was moving the whole time.
Yeah. But also Minneapolis is a great live music town. So I was a bartender in college and used to see a lot of live music acts. So,
For sure. Yeah, I love live music. It's a lot of fun. What we do is we listen to the reproduction, but the magic really happens at the show.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's where the creation is happening right in front of us.
Yeah, absolutely. Now I've gotten to the point where I'm not really so big into big, giant,
crowds,
stadium shows. Yeah. But I love to go to like small shows.
For sure.
Even if it's just at a casino or a bar. We got First Ave in town, and that's a great place to go and see live acts because there's only 2,000 people and you can really.
Oh yeah, those are great.
I saw Johnny Marr a few years ago at the Varsity.
Oh, cool.
I'm a huge fan of the Smiths, but I'm also a huge fan of his guitar playing.
Sure.
And I just stood there the whole night, just staring at him like some kind of a goon.
You're mesmerized. You're in the spell.
I was.
Yeah. I can relate. Yeah. I've been there at many concerts. You know, I used to go see the Dead. I'm a kind of an old Deadhead. Yeah. And so for a while, I would go see those shows and just staring at Jerry, like, you know, listening to the guitar.
Yeah,
Very
absolutely.
unique guitar playing.
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So tell me now, so what can, if women want to join or get in contact, is the best way right now to go to your Instagram? Is that it? Or I don't have an Instagram, so I don't know if you can contact people, join groups,
Yeah,
or do
I wish
whatever.
you did. I kept looking for you. Instagram is a great place to find me. Ladies Listen To for sure.
Oh, okay. And can people like be part of a group? They can, I guess, follow you, right?
Yeah, they can follow me. They
Okay.
can follow me, and then the fun thing about Instagram is you can see who I follow too. And
Yep.
there are a lot of I follow a lot of like groups that are like vintage hi-fi, record album groups,
Sure.
just music heads. You know, of course, I also follow like Herb Reichart and you know, Steve Gutenberg and those people, and Jana
Sure.
and Darko Audio. You know, the big names.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
you know, and such. But it's been tons of fun for me, because it's like a reintroduction. Somebody's always putting something out that I'm like, oh my God, I totally forgot about that. Or,
Oh, yeah.
you know, I
Awesome.
particularly love some of the old vintage hi-fi. You know, when I think about now, vintage hi-fi stuff that I own.
Oh, sure. Right.
But, you know, and you'll see like an old receiver and I'm like, oh my God, it brings me back, you know.
Yes, yes, totally.
But that's a good place. And also you could just email me. Same thing.
Okay, what is the email?
Char, C-H-A-R,
Yep.
at ladieslisten2.com.
Oh, okay, great. So just like it sounds, C-H-A-R.
Yeah, and I'm absolutely looking for, you know, I'm not super technically savvy. So hey, anybody who wants to jump in, give me a hand with this too. I love it. Love it.
Right on.
I think the more community, the more we can work together. I mean, this is listening to music, you know.
Well, you just keep spark plugging and it'll happen.
Well, I hope so. I hope so. Because, you know, again, it's all I really want to do. I just want to get folks sitting together, listening to music. It's a great equalizer.
Oh, big time.
You know,
Bridges all gaps.
Yeah. I mean, you know, you don't have to know or care or whatever about what somebody else is into with other
You don't even
things.
have to speak the same language.
No, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Some of my best hi-fi friends are friends that I met when I was living in Sweden. You know, I've got mixtapes that my friends made for me back in the 80s.
Oh, awesome.
You know, I think of my friends who introduced me to, gosh, the first time I ever heard Bob Marley was in Sweden.
Nice.
On a mixtape, you know.
Oh, killer.
And, you know, and just, it was just fun, you know.
Again,
we would sit and just listen to records, and it was just fun.
That's terrific. Okay, so, well, I think that pretty much wraps it up. Thank you so much for joining today. I really appreciate your time.
And thank you so much.
Anybody that's watching, go ahead, and if you would like to support what Char's doing, or if you are another female watching and you'd like to be part of the group, contact Shar at Ladies Listen To with T-O-O, not the digit.
T-O-O, right? Yes.
Ladieslisten2.com. Yeah. Yep. Okay, awesome. Or order your LRS pluses from her.
Oh yeah, well you can jump on the pre-order list.
Yeah, I'll bet it's pages and pages long.
It's busy. It's busy, but it's all good.
Of course, of course. Okay, well, awesome. Thank you so much for joining today, Shar. And have yourself an awesome weekend. And hopefully we'll talk to you again.
All right. Bye.
Okay, see ya.
Take care. Everybody. Bye.
Bye-bye.